Well, good afternoon, and a special welcome from Eastville Stadium, because it's the first opportunity HTV have had to come and see Bristol Rovers in second division action once again. And it's a pretty odd-looking scene, as you can see. No, Eastville is not on fire. It is, in fact, the signals being made for Bragg's Bandits, the parachutists from the Gloucestershire Regiment, who we understand are due down in the centre circle sometime soon. But of course the main reason for our visit here this afternoon is soccer, second division soccer, featuring Bristol Rovers. And there's the side, the normal first choice side, except that number 3 there, young Phil Bater, 19 years of age next month, comes in for his first league game because Lindsay Parsons is unfit. And for young Phil Bater, there'll never be another day like today, his league debut. Well, now, Aston Villa in the famous claret and blue there, they've had to make a couple of changes. Campbell comes in at number 8 because Little is injured. They prefer Mosley in goal. But in a special day today for this Aston Villa player, Ray Graydon, who scored 33 goals for Bristol Rovers before he was transferred to Aston Villa 3 years ago. So he'll be looking to have a big day today. And the referee for today, didn't he do well? Well, indeed, Bristol Rovers, they've always said Eastville for entertainment. The crowd love that. Let's see now which of these two teams is going to go sky high today. And the referee for today, from Portsmouth, Alan Robinson. And it's Rovers playing right to left in their famous quartered shirts, the only team in league football in quartered shirts. Aston Villa in the claret and blue tops, Rovers playing right to left. Aston Villa pushing the ball about, giving each other an early feel of it. Aston Villa come here riding high in the second division. They've got 7 points from their first 6 games. John Gidman looking for Graydon. Oh, a nice alert header there from Sammy Morgan. That was good football. There's Sammy Morgan, the Northern Ireland international centre forward. Bannister. Nicol clearing it. Bristol Rovers, 4 points from 4 games is their start in Division 2. They'd particularly like to get a good result today after 2 defeats in the week just finished. Foul there by Alan Warboys. That'll be a free kick to Aston Villa. Big Alan Warboys there. Robson. And Aitken, rather a wild clearance there after Taylor had begun the anxiety in the home defence. Graydon plays it through nicely. Good covering work there. And it's Tom Stanton policing Carradus over there. Stanton disagreeing with the referee's verdict, but a corner kick it is. Graydon to take it. Young Bobby Campbell on the ball for Aston Villa. An infringement in the box by the Villa Raiders. The crisis over for Bristol. Free kick to Bristol. Warboys to Stevens. Stevens. Well, good effort there by Stevens. Kenny Stevens there, back in the side, having missed the first 3 games of the season through suspension. Graham Mosley in the Villa goal, preferred to Jim Coombs, this youngster on trial from Derby County, and now displacing Jim Coombs. Gidman to Graydon. That's McMahon. Robbed by Fernley. Prince, Warboys. Prince, good move. Fernley, Warboys. But Gidman anticipating the return a little bit better than Fernley. But a corner kick to Bristol. There's John Gidman and his goalkeeper. The defender there doing very well to end that Bristol attack. Fernley with the corner. Prince. Warboys can't hold it. Well, it was nearly a lucky break there for Bristol. Frankie Prince miskicked his shot, but Warboys couldn't gather it. Good chance there for Bristol, not taken. The chance being Warboys's. Stanton with the throw. Bannister getting a corner kick there off Frank Carradus. So 2 corner kicks for Bristol as their reply to those opening raids by Villa. Stevens with a kick. And it's very well taken indeed by Mosley. Fouled by big Stuart Taylor. Jacobs with the throw for Bristol. No, giving it to Stanton. Bannister to Stanton. Good manoeuvre. Again, the centre too near defence. Nicol clearing. Carradus now. But Jacobs getting in well there. That'll be another corner. Frank Carradus there. £90,000 signing from Manchester City. Warboys nodding it back, and number 6 Robson there, only too pleased to give away another corner. Robson having a few arguments with his defence there, justifying his action. So it's Bristol Rovers' 5th corner kick of the game already. Fernley beaten there by Morgan in the air. Oh, good run here by Robson. He's on the break. He's got Graydon running into position. There's the ball for Graydon. But good work there by young Phil Bater. And Eadie taking matters crudely but effectively. But Phil Bater there winning his challenge with Graydon. There's Graydon and Bater, the experienced player and the young boy. Taylor beating Morgan that time. Little chip in there by McMahon, but no danger. Warboys. Stanton holding on to it well. Fernley. Frankie Prince. Ian Ross, former Liverpool star. Robson. To Frank Carradus. He's dangerous, this man. He can play. Graydon. McMahon on the break, but just that little bit too far. And again, it's Peter Aitken, who's had such a fine season coming into the Rovers side this autumn. Gidman with the throw for Villa. To Graydon. Gidman the cross. It's too deep. Easy one for Jacobs. He's got Stevens in position, but he hoists it over the top. And Villa have it again. Morgan. Stanton. Aitken, Charlie Aitken, 2 Aitkins in the match. Charlie Aitken of Villa number 3, Peter Aitken of Rovers number 4. No relation. And that's Villa's Charlie Aitken, the most experienced man in the club. Good play there by Jacobs. Prince using Stanton as the escape route. A good ball to Warboys. Prince backing up again well. And Bater. Rovers moving nicely. Oh, a very crude foul there by number 5. He'll be spoken to about that. That was a bad foul there on Stevens by Nicol, and quite rightly warned by the referee for it. Prince with the free kick. Big Stuart Taylor's moved up to use his height in attack, but the ball isn't good. Except it turned out to be good because Villa hadn't read it either. Gidman. Throw to Aston Villa. Crowd don't like it, but the linesman's adamant. John Gidman to take it. Young Campbell's made a good run wide. Feeding Graydon. Good work by the youngster. Now Graydon's ball cut back. Oh, Jacobs, very good play. Cool in the crisis. Bannister against Ian Ross. A lovely one, but Rob Aitken's in there. Rovers beginning to stretch Villa now. Indirect free kick in the box for obstruction. Stanton and Warboys on the ball. That's Tommy Stanton. Blast from Warboys. Going wide anyway, but headed away by Nicol to Frankie Prince. Trying to lose Graydon, does so nicely. A good ball inside. Ross clears. McMahon, Sammy Morgan, looking for Carradus on the left. There is Carradus. Nice breakaway by the Villa. Carradus holding it while his men take up position, but spoiling it with a bad pass in the end, giving young Campbell no chance. Warboys holding it, trying to find a colleague in space. It's Stanton, and now it's Jacobs. Can Bannister get it against Ross? Ross wins it. Carradus holding off Warboys. Rovers outnumbering them now. Ross anticipating well. Nicol, Prince, Stanton. Fernley in well there. Warboys, Bannister, and it's Fernley, can't quite get in before the goalkeeper. John Gidman for Villa. Graydon. Young Bater doing very well there, number 3 for Rovers, having a good start. Good possession play by Rovers. Young Bater in the end put under a little too much pressure. But the crowd like him. Morgan chasing it, Taylor with him. He's got Graydon for... There it is, Graydon taking Bater on, but not succeeding. And again, a big round of applause for young Bater, but not for that foul there by Robson. And the referee hurrying over there to Robson. Well, defence is beginning to get on top in this game now. Mosley's got himself into trouble there, too many steps, so it's going to be an indirect free kick right on the edge. An unexpected bonus there, gifted by Graham Mosley to the Bristol opposition, and he won't be happy until this ball is cleared. Stanton on the ball. Warboys shot. Just wide. Well, Warboys did well there to deceive the goalkeeper, sent the goalkeeper the wrong way, but just missed the target. Prince. Warboys and Ross. Warboys. Oh, well, Rovers missed the boat there. Warboys had cut into the box, but his pass wasn't accurate enough. Prince with the throw. Bannister doing well. Again, the final pass not right for Rovers. Stevens not getting hold of it. Charlie Aitken, Robson. Sammy Morgan. Well, that looked a little violent by Jacobs, and the referee agrees it's a free kick. Trevor Jacobs there, who came over from Bristol City to Bristol Rovers and has done such a sound, if sometimes a little over-robust job. Oh, fine play by Eadie. He came, saw and conquered. Aitken. Campbell. Crowd want handball, but the referee won't have it. Carradus taking on Jacobs. Floating it in. Young Bater. Cool as a cucumber. This is Fernley. Bater. Well, didn't that work out well for him? Stanton. Stevens, he's got Warboys far post and he lets it go on his own. Kenny Stevens tried to score himself. Not a bad idea at that, but just wide. Well, I think that's well worth seeing again, that lovely move which began with the young fullback and flowed through midfield, ending with Kenny Stevens having the choice. Should he chip to Warboys or should he shoot? And he shot just wide. Campbell, the youngsters working hard for Villa up front, causing Rovers a few problems like that. And it should have been better than that. A good break there by Campbell, but they still have it. Now can Villa, can he beat him? No, he can't. Well, that was a vital one for Ray Graydon there. He really couldn't beat the youngster when it really mattered. McMahon waiting for Graydon to get into position. Very tight for Graydon, and it's Fernley this time making the tackle. Free kick for Villa. Graydon taking it. Giving it to Gidman. Graydon again. Oh, Carradus. Oh, it bounced badly for him, didn't it? Taylor nodding it away there. And that'll be a corner kick to Aston Villa, with the young Aitken in the end giving it away. But there's nothing else he could do. Young Campbell, their number 10, doing well for Villa. He's strong, he's determined. Graydon with the corner. Oh, Edie straight, no trouble. Bannister, wide for Stevens. Robson covering. Stevens' speed taking him round there beautifully. Terrific work. He's got Warboys deep. Burnley up, but again, Big Nickel rescuing it for Villa. Good play by Villa in defence there. Robson. Again to Carradus. Lovely little chip for Campbell. What a chance. And fine defensive play there by Stuart Taylor. Big Stuart Taylor on the deck there, rescued what should have been a goal for Villa. Well, there's Ron Saunders, the Villa manager, rubbing his hand across his face there. I suppose he's wondering, like me, which way this game's going to go. Bristol have had their chances, but Saunders' team still in there with a chance of at least a point. Big Chris Nickel there, one of the tallest centre-halves in the second division. A £75,000 buy from Luton 3 years ago. Well, that's the end of the first half. No goals, but plenty of interest and incident, and we'll look forward to you joining us again in just a few moments to see which of these two teams can find the net.
This is it. The now designs for That Shirt by Double Two. The latest new knitted, the greatest for color and style. That shirt is something else, and it's tapered to fit your body like skin. It's That Shirt in Dacron cotton by Double Two International, now on release.
Every day and every way, you're okay with us.
Us goes a we go to help keep us dry. The hotter we get, the harder us works. Us, the deodorant for him, for her, for all of us.
Every day and every way, you're okay with us.
Day after day,
You're okay with us.
night after night.
You're okay with us. You're okay with us.
Follow Harry. Get £7 for your old cleaner when you buy Electrolux from Civic.
You can put almost any frail object in a box, and provided it's held firm, you can shake it about no end. But if it's loose in a box, that's another matter. A car is a box on wheels, but a box just the same, and it can still get shaken about. And if you're in it and not wearing a seatbelt, you're in trouble because you're a loose object. It doesn't matter who you are or what you are, you can be the world's most experienced driver, but to the law of gravity, you're the world's most experienced loose object. And it can be very unfunny.
Now, an egg hasn't got much in the way of brains, but you have. Wear a seatbelt.
Clunk, click, every trip.
Miss A. Weston, secretary. Tights by time. 9 till 5 tights. Daytimes. Smoothly efficient. Angie Weston, hair down, having fun. Tights by time. Playtimes. Happily pretty. Miss Angela Weston, lady in love. Tights by time. Love times. Soft. Sheer. And romantic.
Easier to choose than a man.
From the round-the-clock collection of Tights by Time.
That's a nice shirt.
It's a Ben Sherman.
Welcome back to Eastville for the second half of Bristol Rovers versus Aston Villa. The first occasion that HTV cameras have been pleased to come here to see second division football at Eastville again after that long 12-year wait. Well, Rovers are settling into the second division quite nicely. They're up against a side today in Aston Villa who've made a good start to the season, and at the moment Villa will be quite pleased with retaining this 1 point away from home, which is the classic way to win promotion: win your home games and get a point away from home. Rovers will want to win today, particularly. They've had 2 away defeats in the previous week, and they'd like to reinstate themselves with their public with a good win here today, but it's difficult against a very good Aston Villa defence. Rovers had perhaps the better of an interesting but goalless first half, and I think the second half will be a case of Rovers going for that winner and Villa quite happy to stay with a point and look for 2 if possible. That's Gidman on the ball for Villa. Had a good game in the first half. Fine defender, one of the up-and-coming defenders of the second division. And young Campbell there, number 10, offside on the ball there. Only his second game in league football, but looking a thrustful youngster. Comes from Ireland. Big Stuart Taylor there, who made one particularly important save for Bristol Rovers near his goal. Stevens. Too cluttered up there, but Warboys' strength keeps it. Good dummy there by Prince. Jacob still has it. Stanton. The chip into the box coming now, surely, but not accurate enough. Graydon handling the ball there, but accidentally, said the referee, so playing on. Graydon, good run, having to go it alone because nobody wide. He's going to shoot, but not a good shot from Ray Graydon. A disappointing moment for him on his return to Eastville, the club, of course, he used to play for. Warboys. Stevens. Oh, good ball control and lovely skill from Stevens. Aitken happy to just knock it out. Bannister. And Aitken and Warboys having a right old Barney there. Good play by the 2 of them. Stanton with the throw for Rovers. Bannister. Burnley. Morgan heading away. Morgan again. Warboys lets it go. Well, Rovers had a little bit of space there, and Burnley didn't make enough use of it. And finally, Warboys had to shoot from an uncomfortable position and got it much too steep and high. Taylor beating Morgan that time. Graydon. For Campbell, what a good position the boy took up. But a fine tackle there by Peter Aitken, number 4. Not many get past that youngster. Graydon having bootlace trouble at the moment, delaying the corner kick. Tom Stanton organising the defence there. Thank you, Prince. Oh, and Nicholl had a free header there, number 5. Sharing a joke with the referee. Nicholl up strongly, Graydon. Prince in there. Morgan has it for Villa. And now Stanton. Prince. Campbell, good play by the boy. Bobby Campbell, he's got an opening here. And in the end, he didn't quite believe, I didn't feel there. I don't think he quite realised how near to being completely through he was. And Jim Eadie not happy with the way the boy nearly burst through there. Campbell. Great. Campbell again. Villa pressing, Graydon on his own again. Having to turn back because no width on the left side. Now there is. Aitken, the fullback, trying to make it. A lucky break for him. Good interception by Prince. Campbell. Frank carried us there with that shot, just wide. And a foul there by Stuart Taylor, a little nudge as he went up to jump. Free kick to Villa. Villa having the better of the first 7 minutes of the second half. Ross with the free kick. Foul there against Campbell, pushing in the line. There's Bobby Campbell, a foul against him there as he tried to lean on a defender. Stanton, good play. War boys. Stevens. Ross and Aitken marking him, and he's done beautifully on his own. Bannister couldn't quite get in there. Good play by Kenny Stevens. Genuine wing piercing. Taylor up well. And Prince, War boys. Burnley. Prince. Oh, lovely little touch by Bannister. But what a good tackle by Robson, but War boys has it. Burnley trying to force his way through. Indirect free kick for obstruction. The crowd sensed it was a penalty for a moment, but referee Alan Robinson only going halfway for them. Indirect free kick in the box. The third time Rovers have had this opportunity in the match. Will it be third time lucky? They scored a very good goal like this in the League Cup replay at Plymouth a couple of weeks ago when War boys ended up smashing the ball home to decide the match. There is War boys standing behind Stanton. It's going to be touched to him, I imagine, and then a big bang. Here it goes. It's there. It worked. A wonderful example of third time lucky for Bristol Rovers. Well, the wall lined up. Tommy Stanton knew that War boys was behind him. He played it back, and the big boot of Alan War boys did the rest. as Aston Villa now go into this match 1 goal down, 10 minutes into the second half. They know a point has been taken away from them, and the only way they can get it back is to score. This should be good for the match in terms of Villa pushing forward now. Oh, good interception there by Fernley. Well, that's perked up the home team and the home crowd, and it could perk up the match in that Villa will push forward. It should be more open now. Stevens to Jacobs to Bannister. Oh, interception there by Stevens, and unlucky it didn't work. Robson, a lovely ball to Gidman. He's got 3 forwards inside if he can get it to them. But young Bater's got back there. And a big hand there to young Phil Bater for getting back and ending that Villa break. Graydon. Well, young Bater's just giving him no room at all. Gidman with the throw. Graydon. Good play by Nicholl. And Bater again in on Graydon there like a young whippet. Nicholl. Villa pushing forward now. Foul there by Taylor. A little unlucky, I thought. Looked a little accidental, but Stuart Taylor, they're keeping an eye on Sammy Morgan. Gidman lets it go. The crowd give him the bird. And he's having a sharp word there with a colleague who he thinks didn't take up the right position. Frankie Prince getting through a lot of unspectacular but important work for Bristol in midfield. Bannister, Stanton. Fine ball, but Ross just there in time before Fernley. Perfect play by Ross. And by Nicholl, the dummy to McMahon. Good play by Villa. Frank Carradus just keeps it in for Gidman. Taking on Bater. He's beaten him. Good centre. Oh, and Graydon getting in Campbell's way there. What a fine cross by Gidman. But Campbell there, number 10, just got in the way of Graydon, and Graydon got in the way of Campbell, and they messed it up between them. A let-off there for Rovers. Nicholl up strongly, Robson to Aiken. Taylor beating Morgan nicely. Stanton using Taylor. Bumped away by Nicholl. Well, Rovers perked up by that goal, and they'd like another one, so would the crowd. Oh, good play by Taylor there. Aitken. Through the middle for Warboys. Nod sideways to Bannister. Warboys. Bannister. Bannister. Well, that was interesting, wasn't it? And Bruce Bannister there, a bit disappointed. Graydon. Young Bater back there again. Campbell. And Morgan over the top, but it had gone over already for a goal kick before Morgan missed the chance. Sammy Morgan there didn't net, but it was already over the line. Goal kick. And Bristol Rovers going to make a substitution. It's John Rudge coming on for young Phil Bater, who limps off there with injury. And a big hand there for young Bater as he goes off. Rudge coming on. He's a utility man. But the applause there for young Phil Bater, who did so well before developing an injury. Taylor. Jacobs trying to hit the front line, not finding anyone except Ross. Aitken hustled out of it by Stevens. Jacobs. Robson hustled out of it again by Stevens. Robson again, firmly tackling back. Prince. Well, he's giving it away now, giving it away, but Aitken tackling. Campbell, Prince back. Well, Rovers got back there and worked their way out of that problem that they made for themselves. Rudge against Graydon. Gidman. Oh, good play by Gidman. Oh, a brilliant catch there by Jim Eadie. Brilliant piece of dexterity in the air. Stanton with the throw. War boys. Stevens. John Rudge. Rather telegraphed that pass, enabling Gidman to read it and get it, and this is Carradus. Beats Taylor, and a clumsy late tackle there by Taylor. Being spoken to by the referee. Accepting the warning. Ian Ross. Gidman takes it instead. Good interception by Taylor. Stevens getting away from Robson. Cutting across him to play him out of the game. War boys. Fernley. Prince. Good control by Graydon, pulling that one down neatly. Aitken. Campbell, beautiful one for Robson. Oh, an example there of a left-footed player. When it dropped on his right, he wouldn't hit it. Gidman with the throw. McMahon to Morgan. Taylor having none of that. Stevens, a lovely little dummy. Beautiful skill from Kelly Stevens. Stanton to Bannister. To Warboys. Good tackle by Ross, though. McMahon on the ball for Villa. That's Morgan. Has to go backwards. Rovers marking them up tight. That's McMahon again. Oh, good play by Graydon, brought down by Rudge. Free kick to Villa. John Rudge having to play left full-back, not his customary position, but he's adaptable. Warboys clearing well. Rudge helping. Robson, it's on his left foot. Now it's on his right. Lets it go. Warboys. Stevens inside him. There's plenty of space on the left. There it goes. Lovely ball to Burnley. Bannister, Prince. Not a good ball in there. And away come the Villa. Oh, good play by Taylor now. Tommy Stanton. Laying it in for Warboys against Nicol. Warboys laying it off nicely, but Nicol getting it in the end. Oh, foul there by Prince. Frankie Prince, who's tackled and worked so hard for Rovers in midfield and made it very difficult for Villa to play the ball back. Nicol with the free kick. Rudge up well, but Carradis is in there. He's got a bit of space, he's taken his man on, but he can't get round Burnley. Bannister. In comes Ross. In comes Ross. Blocked there by Taylor. Robson has it, and Carradis. And Prince blocks it. Rovers, they shall not pass. And it's offside now. A fine example of the tenacity and determination of this Bristol side. They're in trouble sometimes, but they work so hard for each other, the opposition just can't get through. Robson, Prince in on him and robs it. Warboys, Jacobs for Bannister. Bannister against Ross. He's held it well. It's nice. Good coordination there. Big Warboys couldn't control the shot. Acknowledging the perfection of the build-up that gave him the chance. Carradis beating Prince there. Taylor sweeping up nicely. Prince again, always in position. Jacobs. He's got Stevens, he's got Bannister, he aims it for Stevens. Stanton back to Jacobs, putting him in a little bit of trouble there. So that'll be a throw to Aston Villa. Bobby Campbell to take it. No, giving it to McMahon. Pat McMahon by name, Scottish by birth. Oh, good interception by this man Ross. Giving it to Charlie Aitken. Playing it in for Morgan. Now Stevens for Rovers. To Warboys. Holds it nicely under pressure. Bruce Bannister. Stanton. To Warboys. To Bannister. Well, a little ambitious that one, Bruce, I would have thought. Aitken with the throw. To Campbell. Aitken, the other Aitken there, challenging him. Villa's Aitken through to Morgan. He's got oceans of room, but he's just offside. It was close. For a moment there, Sammy Morgan couldn't believe his luck. But in fact, he was just offside. Nicol, Carradis to Graydon, back to Gidman. Miller trying to build up a move to bring an equaliser. Their promotion hopes taking a blow at the moment. Good play by young Aitken. Keeping his cool and keeping possession. McMahon. And again, Stevens hustling him out of it. Nicol winning that one. Taylor up well there. Stanton getting it back to his keeper. Aitken doing well. McMahon. Oh, nice piece of play. Double shuffle. Taylor anticipating, and anyway, it was a foul by Campbell. Referee not applying the advantage rule there, which Taylor perhaps wondering why not. Because Taylor's got to go back and take the free kick when he was already in possession anyway. Gidman just hooking it over Fernley's head, but it'll be a throw to Bristol. Frankie Prince to take it. Fernley, Prince getting it back. Good ball to Jacobs. Warboys nodding it down. Goal, I would have thought, on there for Gordon Fernley. Should have scored there, Gordon. Gidman with the throw for Villa. To Robson. He's got space. He lets one go. Oh, good shot, good save. Nice smart move there by John Robson, the former England under-23 fullback, pushed forward to midfield this season. Nicol. Prince. Robson, Campbell, McMahon, Morgan, Peter Aitken in there tackling well. Campbell with the throw to Charlie Aitken. Again Peter Aitken anticipating, but Villa still have it. This is Robson. Pat McMahon. There's Graydon going in. Goalkeeper just reading it beautifully. Bannister chasing. Ross. Prince. Gidman. Foul there by Stuart Taylor. What me, he says. There we are. It's going to be Villa's opportunity to organise something here, but they didn't take it quickly enough. I mean, they didn't take it from the right place, which is lucky for them because they were wasting it the way they took it first time. So another chance for them now to try and organise something important. Gidman's going to shoot. Touched by Frankie Prince, so it'll be a corner kick to Aston Villa. Well, corner kick taken by Ray Graydon. Villa will push their big defenders up to try and help in the air here. Graydon probably puts it along the ground, but Prince winning that duel with Carradus, and Rudge getting a lucky break there, deflected by a Villa man in the end, and Rudge saying just what I organised. Morgan. Rudge. Well, he found himself pushed into a corner there, did Rudge, and in the end just banged it out. Feeling a little uncomfortable, but no one went to his assistance there. Gidman with the throw. Well, matters getting a little bit cramped over there in that side of defence for Bristol. Graydon. Back to Carolus. Morgan to Graydon. Beautifully pulled back. Oh, and Campbell nearly getting it there. But Aitken and Taylor did well to cramp him. And young Campbell just couldn't get his head onto it at the right moment. Nicol. Campbell. Aitken. Morgan. Charlie Aitken. Oh, good play in the end. Didn't he keep his cool there? And it prospers for Villa. The move is nice. Carolus going it alone. Somebody's got to beat somebody, and he's trying to do it. Bad ball in the end. But rather a wild clearance there by Stuart Taylor, giving the initiative back to the Villa because it's their throw. And Ross with it for them. Campbell, Peter Aitken behind him. He loses Peter Aitken nicely. Rudge away there. Robson. Rudge, an untidy clearance again. Rovers beginning to give an uncertain feeling, which the terraces begin to pick up, and Burnley consents too. Anyway, a free kick is going to relieve the tension for them.
Well, no, it's the first one to come over, yeah? No, it was. On the road, man.
Rudge with the free kick for Bristol Rovers. Well, nobody's working harder for Villa than that boy in his second league game, number 10, Bobby Campbell, a name we shall hear more of. Charlie Aitken, a name we've known for 15 years, but still as reliable as ever. But not in the taking of that particular throw-in, because it ended up with a Aston Villa infringement. And it's Peter Aitken with the free kick for Bristol. Ross. McMahon. War boys, though. His physical presence, always dangerous. Bannister. Nicol anticipated well, and Graydon gets it back to his keeper, but Villa need to go forward now. 10 minutes to go in the game, plus injury time. Bristol Rovers still in the lead. And another free kick there for Bristol Rovers against Sammy Morgan there, fouling Stuart Taylor, and Morgan produces several choice words which don't agree. Stevens, Bannister, Stevens, and McMahon, very cool there, number 8, getting the ball back to his goalkeeper. That's McMahon in possession now. Cool play by the Scot. Campbell, Morgan, Jacobs, Taylor. Can Stevens pull it down quickly? Yes. Robson. That looked like a foul to me there, and he's given it. Just on the edge too. Robson disagreeing. Well, that's an interesting decision because that was very near the penalty area. He's going to give it just outside. Another yard, and that had to be a penalty unless it would have been another obstruction decision. A little too far away for a repeat of the Warboys shot that brought the goal. So Stanton's going to chip it. Rudge over the top. Good idea. Execution not up to the required job. Free kick anyway against Bannister for impeding a Villa defender. And away come the Villa. Frank Carradus, John Robson, Sammy Morgan. But Taylor anticipating and cutting it out. Oh, not a good ball there by Stanton. It gave Warboys no chance, and Nicol was in there. Quite a lot of smiling and a nice feeling amongst the players in this game, which, in the atmosphere of so many matches, it's nice to see it. Frankie Prince. Well, the decision going against Warboys there. John Goodman with the free kick. Taylor up well there. Winning the battle in the air amongst all the big men. This is Jacobs. Looking for Warboys. Nicol winning that one. Charlie Aitken. Jacobs again. Stanton busy as ever. And Nicol knocking it out, so it's the throw to Bristol. One goal is never enough to be sure of winning a game, so Bristol by no means defensive yet. Another goal needed here to really set the seal on the performance. Stanton. Bobby Campbell. Ian Ross. Pat McMahon. Ross winning it. But a throw into Bristol. Tom Stanton. Bannister unable to get away from Ross. He's been very closely marked in this match, Bruce Bannister. Good tackle by Taylor and by Stanton. Burnley waiting for support. It arrives in the form of Frankie Prince. Nice turn inside by Warboys. Good control by Carradus for Villa. And a lovely ball to Gidman. Taylor's in there. The long telescopic leg of Stuart Taylor. Good tackle by Burnley, away comes Rudge. Nice ball to Warboys. Tackled there by Graydon. Warboys just a little slow there. Bruce Bannister and Alan Warboys, who got all the goals for Rovers last season. Burnley. Going well, he's got space. Goal! Number 2 for Alan Warboys. 5 minutes from time. The crowd feel that puts the seal on it. Well, it was a goal that was made by Gordon Fernley there. And he acknowledges the salute of the crowd. It began with Fernley finding himself in possession, and he turned quickly. Villa were wrong-footed, and Big Alan Warboys was on the spot when the ball came back off the goalkeeper's chest. So 2-0 to Bristol Rovers now. 3 minutes plus injury time left for Aston Villa to try and salvage something. One wouldn't bet on it. Graydon. It's a long one for Campbell. And Campbell not quite getting it. Jacobs. Tommy Stanton. McMahon intercepting. Playing it through for Campbell. Back to Gidman. Graydon going wide. There it is. Good move. Lovely chip. Eadie. Gidman. And Gidman just wide. Well, Jim Eadie's had a splendid game in goal for Bristol Rovers this afternoon, but that shot from John Gidman was never on target. Prince. Easy ball to Jacobs. Oh, Bannister getting away from Ross for a change. But again, he's so tightly marked. It's the price of his reputation, but fine play by Bannister. Stevens is in there. Oh! Stevens really split Villa there from Bannister's creativity, but there was no one on the spot when it came to the final pass. But my goodness me, this Bristol side are not sitting back on that 2-goal lead. They're moving forward excitingly in the last 2 minutes of the game. An easy, easy chance for the crowd. Well, it's never been easy, but it has been convincing. Robson to Nicky. Prince cutting it out well. Fernley, Warboys, Big Alan Warboys there, always working, and when he works, people know about it because he's strong and powerful. Fernley. Ratch. Well, the referee gave across to have a word with Ray Graydon. Ray Graydon, not a player one expects to see over robust tactics from, a skillful man, and he doesn't really understand what he's being told off for. He feels that he was more sinned against, but it was a free kick given by the referee. And John Gidman there, overlapping, pushing forward for the Villa. Ray Graydon, booed by the crowd that used to love him. Winning a free kick there. Chipping it in. Oh! Stuart Taylor, a little uncertain in his direction, but did well to get his head to it. Campbell. And we're into injury time now. 14,000 people enjoying this interesting game, which Bristol Rovers have deservedly got a good grip on. 2-0 down with just a minute or so, or seconds left for play. It's been a hard-working performance. The crowd have enjoyed it. Aston Villa's campaign at the top of the table pushed back today. Aston Villa 2 goals down now. They've worked hard today, but Bristol were in the end a little bit too good for them, with Alan Warboys getting both the goals, raising his tally to 4 for the season. And a Bristol win that they needed after that 5-1 hammering at Sunderland last Saturday, and a narrow League Cup defeat in midweek at Luton. A win which says that Bristol Rovers can succeed against the good sides in Division 2. Ray Graydon there for Villa. John Gidman pushing forward. The chip will come in, but not quite right. Villa have had so many opportunities like that. But there it is. Alan Robinson blows the whistle for the end of a very good win for Bristol Rovers. And I wonder what their manager, Don Negson, thinks of the performance. So, a decided win. Don, how pleased with it were you?
Well, at this particular moment of time, Roger, you know, I'm very pleased with any points that we can pick up. You know, what I would like to do is to get us into a sound position so that there's no problems, you know. And in doing so, being able to put myself into a position to learn and improve all the time.
The first goal came from that free kick routine, which brought a winning goal at Plymouth, didn't it, in the Cup? There were 2 or 3 situations in the game where it didn't come off. Had you sorted something out that brought that goal?
No, not really. No, I think whilst we planned for 4 free kicks, I think what I tried to do is never to take any imagination away from the players, you know, and the little touch onto the side is always on for Alan. We practice that one, whatever the situation is. I thought myself that it was a penalty or nothing, to be quite honest, you know. It finished up in the right place, so we're happy.
What would you say were the important moments of the game when it started to go your way, apart from the 2 goals, of course?
Well, if anything, I think it was a better game in the first half. You know, from my point of view, I think we showed a little bit more composure and you know, a little bit more balance. In the second half, there was a period in the game that we got a little bit ragged, and lack of composure, giving the ball away, you know, could have resulted in a little bit of trouble. But you know, we sorted it out.
Well, you've got over the 2 defeats of the last week with a good win here today against a good side, Aston Villa. Don, to what extent can your supporters be ambitious about you having a go for the top of the table this season, or would that be too ambitious?
I think it's too early to say. You know, I think I said from the start of the season that we would compete in the 2nd division, you know, and see how things go. We're falling behind, there's no doubt about that, but we're getting in a position that we're not falling too far behind. You know, that if we can improve and hit a rhythm, which we've not hit yet, then who knows, you know.
Looking at your team performance today, then, what would be the particular aspects of it that brought you the victory, would you say?
Well, I think, you know, we compete well. There's no doubt about that. We have a go to, you know, in terms of work rate and team spirit. I think we need a little bit more composure, you know. I don't think Alan and Banny have quite hit it off up front as they were last year. Again, these are things that I feel myself that, you know, that we could put at the back of us to say, well, when that improves, and then we might be able to really go places.
Finally, young Phil Bater, didn't he do well for you?
Yeah, he did very well. You know, I'm very pleased with Phil's potential. You know, what he's shown in the reserves coming through. Unfortunately, he was playing with a calf, with a groin strain, so that wasn't a bad performance considering.
Well then, 2-0 winners over Aston Villa. Don, you move on now in what sort of mood for your next assignments?
Well, we play Sheffield Wednesday on Tuesday, you know, and we'll enter into the game exactly the same way, you know, and look for 2 points. I'm hoping to put ourselves in a position that anybody that comes to Eastville know that they've got a good game on, and you know, I don't want to be over the moon that we win at home. You know, this should be expected from us.
So, no goals at Stamford Bridge, but here it is, Phil, 2 cracking goals by Bristol Rovers, which beat Aston Villa. So, a day which began here with parachutists coming down out of the sky has ended with Bristol Rovers moving up the 2nd division table. Thank you very much for joining us. Hope you've enjoyed yourselves. See you again soon.